Welcome to this week's Monday Minutes. My name is Kelly.
And my name is Jessie, and we're back at basics. And this week, we're going to go through the whole process from start to finish for purchase suggestions. Kelly and I were kind of looking through and seeing where we could start and give a good walkthrough of things. And we are going to take it right to the OPAC, and we are going to go through the process from start to finish. And we'll wrap up by telling you ways you can customize it and make it easy for your users. So the first thing we'll do is once we are, again, logged into our OPAC, we can jump right into our account. And over on the left-hand side, if you have your purchase suggestions enabled, we can come over and grab our form. Now, if your patron has made any purchase suggestions in the past, they'll be able to see that. And then we're going to click the button right up top to hit that new purchase suggestion. There is a system preference that allows you to enable searching for Google Books, and then it'll pre-populate the form. So we have a book here. We're going to just pop it in. I'm just typing in the ISBN number.
This is fantastic. It's going to fill in the information. We don't have to do it ourselves.
Boom, and it brings it right in.
That's great.
The little things that get us excited, Kelly. So then again, we'll talk about this when we get over to our system preferences. You can select what fields are required for the patron to fill out. We're going to select our location, reason for suggestion. This is also customizable. So maybe, saw it on the TV, internet news, and then any other type of notes they want to enter. Once they're done, we'll hit that submit request, and then we can jump right over to the staff side. Now, Kelly, tell us a little bit about the staff side and what the user is going to see when they are logged in on the staff end.
The staff will see a link to the purchase suggestions on the bottom here. So it will directly bring me to both my library and all the libraries if that's what you wish. And it's going to be we're going to be able to see all suggestions. And in Koha fashion, we'll be able to see them in tabs at the top. So we have different, what are those called? Like boxes that they're going to live in, whether that's pending, available, or rejected. And you can add more of these if you so wish to add to your workflow. And we'll show you that later.
Now, I am logged into the main library, so of course it's defaulting to the main library. But if you have if you want to look at all purchase suggestions that are coming in, I can hit that any button, and then that will pre-populate. So you can see we have a total of 23. So if we take a look at the one that just came in, it's under our pending, so we can see the title here, the request that was made, and we can see when it was suggestion and the patron reason. Now, if we come over here, we can see that the current status is pending. In order to go through the process of either approving or rejecting this or moving it on to another individual to check, we can select that box. At the bottom of the page, you'll be able to see your statuses, again, where we can select what we are looking at. So in this case, let's just say we're going to accept that. We can also add in a reason, which will again be pre-populated. If you hit others, that gives you a free text. And that will send a notice to the user, letting them know. And then you also have options over here, which allow you to tie in the type of item. You can also select a manager to connect to that individual, and that would allow you to search for a staff member. If maybe you have selectors for different areas in the collection, you can tie them into that as well. You'll also notice there's options to archive purchase suggestions as well as delete. Once we're done, we'll hit that submit, and then it will update that status. And then we could, of course, use acquisitions to move it through that whole entire process. So, Kelly, now that we've walked through the purchase suggestions, let's just hit at a high level some of our system preferences that we have available for the staff members to set up for purchase suggestions.
There are certainly a lot of purchase suggestion system preferences. And I think Jessie just typed in suggest. So we're just seeing all those. And I think it's good to note that you can limit the number of purchase suggestions that patrons have, whether that is how many open ones or how many they can do in a certain amount of time period. That Google Fill was one of those suggestions. That's the next one. OPAC suggest autofill. So you can enable that through the Google Books API. As Jessie said, when we were in the OPAC, that form is customizable to say what fields are mandatory, and you can also do what fields are hidden. So you can allow your patrons to choose what they're, filling out and what's not even shown to be filled out. And then, of course, you can say no to purchase suggestions completely in here. Another one that I really like is limiting by patron category. So you can allow certain patron categories to make purchase suggestions and other patron categories not to create patrons purchase suggestions.
Perfect. And then the last thing we'll hit is authorized values. So again, I've just typed in suggest. So there's a couple different authorized values that you can customize. Anything from the OPAC, which has a list of reasons displayed in the OPAC why they're making the suggestion. Suggest, which allows you to modify why they've been either accepted or rejected. And then, of course, options for formats that they can select from. So maybe you don't want them to suggest certain types of formats. You can select that, as well as statuses, and that would list any additional options. So for those of you that allow ILL, you can add that in as well. So just a quick back to basics for purchase suggestions. We will link out in the blog post also how to connect if you're using Aspen Discovery, and how those two will talk to each other.
Well, this is great. Thanks so much, Jessie, and have a great week.
Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.